gonna you're gonna know exactly.
Hang on, I think what his question is, should I not use CTS on, say, a 4-hour chart because it's going to be too hard for beginners? What I would say is that was actually that was how I did it. While I was working, I was using at that time it was a trimmed down, modified CTS strategy because I hadn't really developed the full thought process yet, and I was trading it on a 4-hour chart. And so I would say that as you're going through the course, a couple of hours a day, if you have an hour a day to devote to this, you're going to be in really good shape 90 days from now, because you're talking about an hour a day, so almost 100 hours that you're going to have to spend in the market 90 days from now. Okay. And if you've done all of your training and you've been in the charts for that hour or that, because the lessons are normally about 20 minutes long or so. Yeah. So you've got about 20 minutes to devote to a lesson and another 40 minutes to devote live in the market, working through your charts and doing all of your stuff. By the time you get done 90 days later and you've got 100 hours of training and live market activity, you're going to be in really good shape. And so if you have that full-time job, one of the things that I think is really good about your question is that you're already thinking, okay, I'm restricted in my lifestyle. And a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people try and say, well, I want to be a day trader. So even though I'm in meetings all day and I'm on the road, I'm going to patch my laptop in on my plumbing job that I go to, and I'm going to try and day trade while I'm driving on the highway.
Be like Randy there.
Yeah, it's just like, look, man, that's not a good idea. You may want to be there and you may learn all the skill sets to do that, but you need to do something else to stay actively engaged that's a little less frequent. And one of the best things that you can do is exactly what you said. Man, go out to that 4-hour time frame. It's a CTS model, which means there are a series of if-then thought processes that you have to meet, and you have literally 4 hours. I mean, you've got some days, sometimes weeks, you'll see stuff setting up weeks in advance, and you'll have your support and resistance level lined out, and you'll watch the market come into that, and you'll have a chance days and hours before to say, yes, if this happens, I'm going to be entering. And you'll know exactly when you need to go back to your computer to check on the candle to see if the candle closed the way it was supposed to and whether or not you need to execute that trade. So it's just such an easy way to take the skills that we're learning and start applying them while you're still doing that job, because you're going to need that money. You're going to need that money to capitalize your account.
And family of course, comes first.
Don't forget about family.
But yeah, I mean, I get the question a lot, because I both day trade and swing trade. Like, how do you have time for your swing trading? You're running this live room for, 3 hours a day. And then I tell the guys this. I said, hey, it takes me about an hour, and I watch a good amount of pairs. It takes me about 45 minutes to an hour to do my swing trading analysis in the morning. And I really don't look at the charts again until maybe once in the afternoon, once at night, because I like you said, I already know it.
Unless you know something's right there, you might have to come back a little earlier, but there's just no reason. You're like, okay, I've done my analysis. I know I got these two things coming up. In your pre-market, one of the things that you do is you go through pending orders and active orders. So if you're a swing trader, one of the first things you're going to look at when you sit down at your computer is what my active orders what's working and where do we stand. The other question that you're going to have is, what about my pending orders? What do I have that's still out in the market that hasn't been triggered yet? Are all conditions still favorable for that entry, or do I need to make a modification there? And then you run through your analysis on your pairs once that's done, and man, that takes no time once you learn how to do it. It's like click, 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 click. All right, I'm done.
Yeah, simple.
Yeah, it really is easy.
Once you get in the habit and the routine of doing it, of course. It's a great question, though.
Are you considering doing a video about money management? I actually have about a 2-hour course that I teach on money management with the spreadsheet and everything. So yeah, we'll be doing a lot with money management. Will the success of a Gartley pattern be reduced if more and more traders use it? I mean, I suppose in some world, if you're trading an extremely thin market, the problem is, if everybody on the planet did it, then yes, it would. But here's the problem. Everybody doesn't do it. And the idea that, everybody's going to... We're not trading penny stocks here, okay? We're not trading illiquid stocks where you've got 15 traders who all hop on a penny stock and are all trading the same patterns. If you do that, then you're just going to destroy any profitability that any trading system you would have would create.